Everybody just seems to slip through your holes in your hands. Can't get a job, get back in the queue, you got holes in your hands. The consolation prize I just withdrew, you got holes in your hand. I've never tried something new.
Yeah, the main thing I would say is just get out there and start gigging.
Don't be something like you're not.
But yeah, the community is everything. Yeah, without it, this bar's absolutely jack shit. So the community is the lifeblood of the whole affair, really.
You've got to remember to be a fan when you're not on stage, you know.
Sorry, he's got a pie.
So professional.
Play drums and give general power to the band.
We went from a 4-piece to a 5-piece, and the man missing is a Afghani, Dutch, Irish-speaking vagabond. Yeah, he's a European vagabond.
Yeah, so I'm Louis. I joined the band to cover Arian while he was away. He was the original and real guitarist of the band, but we'll see.
Joe.
I'm Joe, I'm the bassist. I've got a pretty wide range of music tastes, like anything from jazz to death metal. It all transfers over, but it's all up to this man right here.
I'm Lloyd. I've got absolutely no musical experience. I have a general idea of what the songs should sound like in my head, but I'll leave it to the musicians to do something. So it means the idea gets diluted, and I think it makes it better because I think everything gets samey if you have one
multiple inputs and all that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm Julia. I'm the vocalist and rhythm guitarist, and I just do a lot of emails. Essentially, that's like basically. I'm Ellie. I'm the lead guitarist. I don't do a lot of emails. Yeah. I occasionally comment on TikTok. Yeah. And then we've got Toby, who's the bassist, and Patrick's the drummer, like the rhythm guys.
You can't just walk past, don't worry. This is for his benefit, not mine.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Well, the kind of bar it is, like a craft bar. It's got like a little bit of a community vibe. I say a little bit, quite a high community vibe. And then like the beers come after that. So it's all like friendly, easygoing. Anyone's welcome as long as you're not like a racist piece of shit. As for the bands that get in, you've got everything from like death metal to like folk music to things we're doing tonight, like the late shows, silent movie nights, which are fucking brilliant. Absolutely cracking those are. Art shows. Art shows have really picked up, especially with a thing called the Local Collective. Absolutely fantastic.
Sure, I've generally got a bit of a bone to pick about the Newcastle scene for this. It's really, really fucking difficult. Sorry, I'll not swear.
You can swear for me.
It's really difficult to book a gig at first. Like, we had a full EP written and recorded before we had a gig. Hardly any open mics for bands now, so what you do is you're relying on promoters to put you on, and that requires a bit of who you know, doesn't it?
Yeah, a lot of it's like just kind of trying your luck with stuff. I think like if you reach out, like I would say out of the opportunities we might get like 2 out of like 50, maybe even 100 of like things that we message out for. Like it takes a lot of kind of trying stuff, and the more you do it, the more you'll get out of it because people know your name and stuff. And it'll get you where you want to be eventually, and then you'll be friends with people and they'll know people, and it kind of like snowballs the more you kind of get involved. But just be nice to people. Yeah, a lot of the time. Don't be a dick. It's like the #1 rule.
So you get people like Mud Skipper, who've had in Bad Bob Bates, folks who you might expect to see about Newcastle, but you know that they're going to bring a crowd with them, and then like go from there. Once you've got like a bit of a music thing established, you can do something weird like what I do, where I just tie on like a black metal band for the crack. Getting a gig here is pretty easy. You just ask and I normally say yes.
Yeah.
It's not that hard. Most of the gigs aren't ticketed because I like people just to be able to walk in and do it.
I think we've kind of moved towards video a lot more just because it's like the times, you know.
Posters. Put a lot of posters up.
I did want to ask who makes all your posters.
That's on me.
Is that you?
Yeah, I do all of the design and art direction for it.
Yeah, she makes our merch as well.
Yeah.
Very cool.
But yeah, I mean, it's just kind of like, I think we like to kind of have a like holistic approach where everything is involved with each other, like all of the merch and the posts and stuff. Like the goal is to kind of make it all feel like one thing, and kind of like, I don't know, it's just like getting the vibe right, and I think focusing that through marketing and moving on to like video platforms and kind of reinforcing that, especially with like visual work. Like we really like doing that at gigs and stuff, and I think that's kind of helping us like form more as well. Like it's all very like a holistic approach, I guess.
It's been a lot of learning Instagram, and social media, and part of having fun with it as well, like making stupid content.
Quite a high amount in terms of advertising and stuff. All of the things go out on socials and all get put around like the local pages. A lot of communities like that are really supportive of just making the area seem vibrant, because Gateshead's got a bit of a reputation as, well, probably a bit of a shithole to a lot of folks, which it really isn't. Maybe higher up Gateshead, but certainly down in like the railway quarter here and a little part of the high street, like the Tyneside and stuff, they're all like involved, especially like the microbus. I mean, you see the amount of gigs and stuff that Central put on and stuff like that, it's just absolutely ridiculous. So not using social media seems a little bit counterintuitive to what we're trying to do, to be fair.
So yeah, it's social media and everything like that, and I can't say we're particularly good at it, but
I think also like we've got quite a bit of recorded material as well, and just having that, being able to sit on it and release it in dribs and drabs and tease it as well.
I think one of our biggest promotions was we had a 5-song EP before we played a gig, so it was very much like, it wasn't, we didn't go like, oh, come on, show, we're really good. We literally just sent people, there you go, there's our EP, and it was very much a mission statement of what we wanted to produce and what was good, and like, you know, a lot of the songs that we've rehearsed tonight are still off that original EP, you know.
You've got a bit of a time period where like everything's a bit busier and you can like really concentrate on putting your efforts into that.
I think it keeps everyone enthusiastic about it.
People are really nice to us online. We haven't reached hater status yet.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that, because it's gonna come. Like, it comes for everyone at some point.
Yeah,
and
it's probably gonna come for us.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna come at some point. But yeah, it's really nice, and like, I think we reach quite like a wide like age range, which is really cool. Like, kind of seeing how different people interpret it and like, you know, feel about it.
I think sometimes when like some of our like fans / people we know, sometimes they see like a music video of ours that we've put out, and they go like, "You daft, you lot." I think
quite often the response is that it's better than they thought it was going to be.
Oh, right, okay.
We're just kind of like, we've got a low bar that we actually achieve, but somehow.
I would find that we write such serious songs most of the time about, you know, politics and war and things like that. And then when, for example, me and Duncan do something goofy like the fucking Santa Trainspotting thing, I don't know if it undercuts the point, but it's a bit of a juxtaposition, you know. So I think the main thing someone would be almost surprised,
it's
a bit
like
of humour.
That humour kind of undermines the element of like, we're having to market ourselves.
Yeah.
I think people just like want to know like the people behind it, and I think we're slowly getting better at that. It's like a really difficult thing to kind of like open up into, I think.
Especially because a lot of the time we're not in the same city.
Yeah, so kind of spread out at the moment. It's like, yeah, it's tricky to kind of get that, but then I think because we're kind of curating stuff more and we've got like a kind of solid aesthetic now, I think kind of having like a world building thing going on really helps too. Like, people are kind of buying into it as a whole like project rather than it just being bits and bobs here and there.
There's definitely people on TikTok who are like especially invested in you because you're like the face online basically.
Yeah, and then hopefully it'll shift to everyone else kind of coming in a bit more. But yeah, I think like getting used to like comfortable putting yourself out there really helps. Yeah, I mean, I think just like really believing in what you're doing and like doing it for the right reasons will get you like really far out of like anything else, you know, and taking it just like a little bit at a time. Like making big leaps isn't always the best like sort of way to do it.
I think we recorded an EP too quickly.
Writing an EP and getting something, at least demo recorded, is a good shout, because you've then got yourself a set list, you've got yourself something prepared to go taking around gigs that you can perform at a drop of a hat if you know, if needs be. And like that's what might be the case if you're just starting out, that you try for months and months to get a gig and then all of a sudden can you play this Tuesday sort of thing. So having that, I don't think it's a bad idea at all.
Like, it doesn't feel like we've done that much in the last year, but when you look back at where we were, like when I first joined the band, like it is crazy, like the amount of change that's happened.
Yeah, and it's just, I think it like keeps you going more, like you don't get as much burnout if it's just like a little bit at a time. I think if you like take a big leap, sometimes you can just get really like freaked out by it, and if it then falls back down a bit, you kind of like, oh my god, like we're not doing something right, but you probably are. It's just like a difficult thing to deal with. So yeah,
it's like, I guess you will fail more than you succeed, but
just resilience.
Just 2 years of practicing, we had about 8 songs written and just nothing ever happened. Because what's made our creative process so easy is the fact that we all get on and we can all hear each other play something, and if we like it, we'll say, we'll go keep going. If you're with the wrong set of people, it'll be stifling and derail every single practice.
You were in a band that went nowhere.
Probably just like don't be something that you're not. Yeah. You know, because I think people can always tell, and you won't feel like as good about doing it if you're like trying to be something you're not.
Yeah, I mean, you just have to do it, really. I mean, I'm not really one to talk because I kind of join the band after all the legwork has been done, but I guess my advice would be get lucky.
Yeah, be friends with someone who's friends with a band.
Yeah.
I think that, don't over practice is my main thing. Don't sit there and just practice and practice.
Yeah.
Like,
Don't wait for a set to be perfect.
No, just get you.
Just get out there.
Just do your best from day dot.